From Bill Burr eviscerating Joe's macho act,
now who's the bitch
about it?
Now
I got
who's
over
the
it.
to Dave shutting him up before his deep dives,
Shut the f up. What the f are you talking about?
here are 9 comedians who humiliated Joe Rogan on his own show. Starting with Mark Normand, who has zero hesitation in roasting Joe to his face.
Now you're a fucking Renaissance guy. You're all over the road. You got 12 hobbies and 2 kids. You're living.
I got
And
3
you're-
kids.
3, sorry. Thought one died. See, we're learning.
Wow.
Love of language.
Boy,
Bringing
it doesn't
back.
even look right. If someone sent me that in a text, I'd be like, you verbose piece of shit.
Verbose is not bad either there,
Who are you
fatty.
trying-
And when Joe demonstrated his flexibility in another episode, Mark folded him for good.
If you can bend your head and go fully flat, where
First
do
of
you
all-
think your face is?
First
Where's
of all,
your dick?
you don't have a neck, so how can you get over that far?
Just show us your dick.
I have a neck under all this other shit.
Wait, you
you-
can suck your own dick? What are you doing here?
I'm pretty sure.
What's the money?
I know. All that money? Who needs it?
Later, when Joe started deep diving into his theory black hole, Mark pulled him back with a reality check he rarely got.
And then years and years later, the Freedom of Information Information Act comes out, and they realize that there was no real event, and then it's just bull.
Do you remember that
History
senator?
lesson?
Do you remember that senator? Who,
Oh, dude, you didn't like that. You're right.
Joking. I'm
Like I get a little
Nice
high.
going, Mark.
I was a little
Sorry,
verbose
Joe.
there.
I didn't wanna hurt you.
It's
What's your
accurate.
problem, Mark?
Getting a podcast check here, Joe would soon get a Kong-sized physical check when Mark came in like Godzilla.
This thing disappears in my hand. Look at
That's
this.
perfect.
How little that is.
You
so
got a
perfect.
crazy gorilla monkeypox hand.
Look
Look at that thing.
You got
Gee, look at that.
dude.
You're going to climb the Empire State.
For real, you look like a gorilla up on stage.
Someone in my ancestor fucked the monkey.
You're a silver hack.
But the final roast that stung Joe the most was when Mark detonated his entire comedy career in one line.
They parked this truck at the base of the building and blew it up. But if you look at the building's blown outward.
Whoa.
Like it's blown out. Now, I'm obviously not a fucking bomb expert, but I talked to one.
You should
and
see
he
your
was-
act.
While Mark was just busting Joe's balls, veteran comedian Jeff Garland meant every word of his destruction when he saw Joe's stool-humping bit.
I have to distract them. You're the best ever. I never come with other guys. Came 8 times with you. You know, just 500 million years of DNA. No thinking. When he comes, his whole body just erupts.
And without taking names, Jeff instantly started pounding away on Joe's entire act.
Being a comedian is delightful.
We don't have to do any of that shit.
No?
There's no, get on up. Get on up.
No. And by the way, when you see someone moving around like that on stage, I will bet you every penny I have they're not funny. I can watch and tell how, whether the comedy's coming to them or whether they're pushing it.
Even as Joe tried to defend himself, Jeff kept showing him his place.
And most of the move around people are pushing it.
But
They're
Jim Carrey
selling.
was a move around guy. He was always really
But-
funny.
But move around in a different sort of way.
There's
Doing
exceptions.
Well, there's exceptions to all stuff, like
Right.
all things. But in this sort of way, I'm talking about when someone just stands there and talks, and then they're doing some sort of movement, it's not good.
With Joe comparing himself to Jim Carrey, Jeff showed him the difference between genius and stool grinding.
I'm talking about people that just oversell by
I see what you're saying.
physicalizing what should be just funny the way you say it. Not even what you're saying, the way you say it. Anytime I saw someone miming, having, pumping air,
Yeah.
I would just go, not funny.
No.
And when Joe doubled down on his extra horny material, Jeff flattened his career and his stool in one last bonk.
But what if there's a bit where you have to mime pumping air? There's got to be a bit.
Pumping air?
Yeah, but
you mean like
there's got to be
screwing pumping?
Some bits.
What? But who doesn't know what that looks like? Why do you need to pump? When you're doing this to accentuate what you're
Yes.
saying, it's like, screw that. We don't need that.
Jeff wasn't the only one to point out Joe's awkward obsession with four-legged furniture, and Charlemagne the God took it to the next level by calling it a disgrace on the comedy scene.
I like people that have something to say. All that stool f***ing is like, I would never disrespect the craft like that.
Before Joe's wooden reproduction got the spotlight, though, he, Andrew Scholes, and Charlemagne were having one of JRE's usual wild conversations.
Howard Stern, in the beginning, when we really think about Howard, like, chicks were queefing on speakers.
Oh, yeah.
That was a normal thing in a Howard Stern radio show is come in, who has the loudest queef on the speaker.
They're lucky that Tiffany Haddish wasn't around back then.
Oh, because it would be over.
She sticks that microphone in her she makes a cannon sound.
But when Charlemagne shifted gears mid-topic, Joe was not prepared for the extra personal destruction coming his way.
Is that the equivalent of a guy stool? Like on comedy?
Oh, yeah.
No, well, there's not a lot of women
Shar
that
has
can
kind
do
of an
that,
elitist approach to comedy. It's quite interesting. He likes bars, he says. He likes jokes. He doesn't like stool.
Stool, if it's the right bit, can be funny.
And just like Jeff, Charlemagne subtly pointed out the class difference between actually good comedians and, well, whatever Joe is.
I'm trying to think if Eddie the stool. I imagine he might have.
No stool, bro. See, I like Eddie. I like Richard. I like Chris Rock. Bless you. I like Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? I like those guys that actually get on stage and say something.
Yes.
Like have something and have something to say. Louis C.K. has something to say.
Yeah.
I like people that have something to say. All that stool is like, I would never disrespect the craft like that.
While the two comedians roasted Joe for how bad his act was, Shane made a joke showing how untouchable Rogan's podcast fame has become.
And it was funny. This is funny. I went into Lorne Michaels' office, and he was talking, and I was convinced I was getting fired. Like, I knew I was getting fired. Because if they didn't get me on that, there's so much more. And I was like, whatever, I'll do. If I get fired here, whatever, I'll just go do Joe Rogan next week, and I'll be fine. Anyway, I thought that was funny. No?
Despite Shane's positive jab, though, Joe decided to act like a triggered Karen he usually roasts instead.
What?
I was like, I literally...
Is that what you thought?
I literally thought that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it would be funny.
Well, it could have been funny.
Yeah.
I was booked up, though.
No, it was fine. It was just funny to truly... That was a conversation I actually had.
Really?
In Lorne Michaels' office in the middle of that.
Getting over his previous eruption, Joe started bubbling up with wild claims next.
But you know that volcano that just erupted? Where'd that volcano just erupt?
I mean,
there's one that just cracked. There was more CO2 released from that one volcano erupting than everything human beings have ever done.
Instead of blowing minds, however, Joe blew up his own credibility, and Shane was there to turn it into ashes.
I like it. I'll be at the cellar trying to dish that out. They'll be like, where did you find that? I'll be like, don't worry about it.
Fact-checked, volcanoes do not produce more CO2 emissions than human activity.
Reuters is on your ass. Dude.
Yeah.
They probably typed that up in real time.
Not stopping at his doubtful logic, Shane also called out Joe's doubtful sexuality while seeing his fellow UFC athletes.
And look at Chandler's quads. Imagine how much power's in that. Good Lord. Good Lord. Look at his body. He's just a ball of tense muscle just exploding on your face. That sounded a lot more gay than I was trying to make it sound.
And Joe wasn't beating the gay allegations anytime soon, with comments that could have participated in a pride parade themselves.
Armpit hair doesn't bother me at all.
No.
Doesn't
on
bother
a lady?
me.
So
No.
wait, you like jacked ladies with armpit hair?
Yeah, a little bit of
You're
armpit
getting
hair.
close, dude. You're so close. Yeah, I like a good buzz cut.
I like them bald.
Yeah,
I like a bald lady. She can wear a wig.
Yeah, she can
You'd be a different hairstyle every night.
Joe tried to fight back with his martial arts book flex, only for Shane to roundhouse kick his dignity again.
This is like kickboxing in the 1980s. I read this guy's book. I started running stairs because of this.
You read a kickboxer's book?
Oh, yeah. I read.
Dumb as
I read.
I did sit-ups, and then I kicked that guy in the head. If this didn't work out, you would have been the dumbest motherfucker.
Most annoying guy at the factory.
But the victim of Shane's last mockery was Joe's own pet, which Shane signed up for a psychological evaluation.
No, she's been here, but only for a brief period of time. Hi,
This is a
Bandit.
good dog.
She was a sock. That's
This is
about
a
it.
good dog.
She wants her daddy.
It is a cute dog, but it is autistic.
Yeah.
Why say that?
She's going for Bud Lights.
It's just one of those dogs. It's not a dog. It's more of a cat.
Just like staring.
It's not like a fun. It's a quiet, weird. You know what I mean? It's a skittish dog.
Joe's pet animal might have taken the last shots here, but not so long after, the owner himself got turned into Thanksgiving dinner, thanks to Theo Vaughn.
I usually do this right after cardio, so this is like a cardio session.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
You look like one of those turkeys when they tie it up and it gets all like kind of like lined out.
What?
You know what I'm talking about? When they put that rope around that the ham and it's got all the...
Oh, my six-pack.
Yeah.
And in classic Rogan fashion, Joe froze the joke mid-fun to flex on Theo with his steroid abs.
Damn.
It's called working out, son.
Yeah, yeah, it is, bro. I didn't know what that end game could be like, baby. That's freaking wild, dude. Congratulations, man.
Just keep working out and you'll get there too.
But while Joe might have intimidated Theo into silence, the same trick wouldn't work on Bill Burr when Joe tried flexing his anti-vax tape.
I'm not going to sit here with no medical degree, listening to you with no medical degree, with an American flag behind you, smoking a cigar, acting like we know what's up, better than the CDC.
Before Bill gave Joe his humiliation shot, though, he thanked him for his deer gift in another episode.
By the way, dude, the elk's been delicious.
Thank you. How do you like it?
I made this American chop suey with it, and my wife gave a bad review before anybody even tasted it, and everybody just said, fuck it. Like, she goes, it looks like Hamburger Helper. I've been chowing it for like 4 days. Like, out of respect for that fucking elk that you shot. It's like, I'm eating all this shit. I don't care if it's fucking bad.
When Joe tried to hunt back, Bill showed him who the real hunter was on the panel.
Does it make you more aggressive?
What?
Elk.
No, Joe, you fucking lunatic. You had to beat the fuck out of people for like 3 decades before you could like chill, smoke a little weed, put on your Little Rascals hat, and just chill out. This guy is the most testosterone-filled dude I've ever met.
And this comment perfectly sums up how much Bill's burn singed Joe. Joe hasn't worn that hat a single time since that joke. Not stopping at correcting his fashion knowledge, Bill also corrected Joe's medical expertise when he heard Joe's dumb take during the pandemic.
You want people to walk down the street with a mask on?
Let's not start this, Joe.
Do you, though?
Let's not start this. Okay?
Let's start it.
I don't want to start this bullshit. I'm not going to sit here with no medical degree, listening to you with no medical degree, with an American flag behind you, smoking a cigar, acting like we know what's up, better than the CDC. All I do is I watch the news once every 2 weeks.
And Bill summed up the mask, no mask argument by rollerblading into the perfect metaphor.
So I'm like, mask or no mask? Still mask? All right, mask. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't care.
But even they say you shouldn't wear a mask unless you're treating a coronavirus patient. The World Health Organization.
Yeah, but they didn't say that initially. They didn't say it initially.
No, they didn't.
They did. And then it gradually, and then wait. And then everybody wore the fucking masks. This is like rollerblading. Everybody fucking rollerbladed, and then there was that one fucking homophobic joke, and then everybody acted like they never did it.
The more Joe tried to rebuke after that, the more Bill tightened Joe's N95 mask.
We all wore masks, and then all of a sudden, people are fucking sitting there. Well, you don't have the body type for it, dude. Your fucking knuckles would scrape on the ground. Even with that extra 2 inches. I just love how wearing a mask became like this like soft thing that you were doing, like being courteous. Bitches. Being courteous. What is it for? That was so stupid.
When Joe tried to fight COVID with his testosterone needles, Bill injected him with the shut up shot instead.
Oh, God, you're so tough with your fucking open nose and throat. Gee, Joe, and your 5 o'clock shadow. This is a man right here. A man doesn't wear a mask. Why does it always become like that? I don't have a problem with that unless you were already wearing the mask and then you're acting like you didn't. And all of a sudden, people watch your thing and then they all pile on, oh, look at this bitch wearing the mask.
As Joe's tough guy mask started falling apart, however, Bill didn't skip the chance to mock him for it.
I was scared out of my mind in the beginning. In the beginning, like when everybody's shutting down in the beginning and people are stockpiling food, I was convinced. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, you have like 9 elk in your basement. You were the one person I knew was fine. Tom Papa's making bread.
I've got plenty of food.
I knew he was fine.
And Joe, showing COVID symptoms, was all the ammunition Bill needed to flip Joe's own anti-vax logic against him.
And then I was convinced that I had it. At one point in time, I was like, God, I do feel like I'm breathing heavy. I felt like my breath is my breath is coming short. I did. I had like psychosomatic issues about it. I got over it.
Guy had a fucking panic attack sitting on fucking 12 elk.
Just like Joe got called out for being slow to spot his own irony, Ari Shaffir called him out for being too slow to detect obvious jokes while promoting his special, Jew.
Everybody like, how do you think he's going to do? I'm like, I don't know.
I thought 20K. I thought there's no way.
I told him 8 million.
He told me 8 million. I told him 6 million. And he goes, no, I think 8. I'm like, you're missing the joke. And now he's stuck and going. So guys, if you're watching, as soon as it gets, just get it to 6 million and prove Joe Rogan wrong. Everybody watch right now.
With Joe burying himself for his own lack of humor, Ari hammered in the final humiliation nail on his coffin.
I didn't get the Holocaust joke until right now.
Really?
What? Literally. I'm so done. When you said just get it to 6 million, I'm like, he's selling himself short. I really think he can make it to 8.
I literally
was so
texted him.
You sound like Goebbels.
I texted him. I was like, Joe, instead of 6 weeks and 8 million, why don't you reverse those? He goes, no, I believe it'll be 8 million. I'm like, I said, Joe, pretend like you're a comedian for a second and look at my numbers.
Yeah. While Ari clowned Joe for missing jokes, Tim went after the comedians pretending to laugh at them on his own podcast.
Where the fuck is Joe Rogan right now? Where is this sucker? I thought Joe Rogan was fucking out here
He's right there wearing a fake beard.
Yeah.
Me and Tony aren't commenting because he still answers our texts.
And even Jay Okerson pointed out how Joe isn't the smartest tool in the shed when it comes to comedy.
I mean, 15 times during the show, I said something that was just like stupid funny, and he goes, "Oh, what do you mean by that?" I go, "I was just joking."
Yeah.
And he'd go, "Oh, okay." And I go, "I think I'm doing bad."
I'm sorry, Joe, for making jokes on your show.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. I think I'm doing bad.
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings by making jokes on your show.
When Tim started his best Rogan impression, though, his friend Louise accidentally caught strays on the Dylan crossfire.
Joe, when Joe is doing the podcast with Lewis, he's just for 3 hours staring at the worst version of himself. Joe's
What
like,
if
so you're
news
like,
radio never happened?
Yeah, Joe's like, so you're like me, Mom, but you don't have any money. That's weird, man. That's weird, man.
Moving on from Joe, Tim ended the bit with an impression funnier than Joe's entire special catalog.
Tim Jones' Joe Rogan impression is my favorite thing.
This Mom, there's an idiot, Mom. I like him, Mom, but he's gonna get killed. Jason Ellis, Mom, he doesn't understand. He's gonna get hit, Mom, and it's over, Mom. You gotta always kind of chew when you're doing it, Mom.
While Tim took shots at how Joe sounds, Dave Chappelle trolled him with how he should have looked during the pandemic, right at the start of the episode.
Oh, hello, David.
Hello, Joe. How are you?
What's going on with your mask, man?
Nah, I just want to see. I just want to see how you react. All this Rona talk.
All this Rona talk.
Sick of it. What's up, Fingers? He's over there typing. Every few minutes he goes like this. Let's go. Let's do this.
And later in the podcast, Joe tried to make a topic sound deeper than it was, as usual.
Oppenheimer's quote when they detonated the nuclear bomb is one of my favorite quotes ever.
What did he say?
He said he quoted the Bhagavad Gita. They detonated the first nuclear weapon, and he quoted the Bhagavad Gita. He said, "I am become death, destroyer of worlds." That's what he said after the first atomic bomb got detonated.
Unlike his other guests, though, Dave was having none of Joe's overcooked wisdom.
There was a black guy named Earl Charles who was there when that happened, and he has a famous quote from that very moment. He said, "Shut the f*** up." What are you talking about? What is he talking about?
Proving that comedians like Dave leave no chance to roast Joe's pseudo-intellectual BS on his own show.